Welcome to this edition of Young Living's audio education series. I'm Doug Corrigan, the Director of Education and Training at Young Living Essential Oils, and today we have the privilege of discussing once again maybe the most prized oil in all of history, the legendary frankincense oil. This remains, even today, one of the most popular and valuable essential oils Young Living offers. Now, throughout the ages, frankincense has been a very treasured oil for its medicinal and spiritual qualities. Indeed, it was valued more than gold and any other treasure in ancient times. It drew travelers, wealth seekers, and royalty from afar who sought to possess this magnificent resin. Ancient medical documents dating back thousands of years record the use of frankincense by healers for virtually any ailment imaginable, and hundreds of modern scientific studies validate the therapeutic value of this precious oil. I like to say frankincense is one of those oils where the modern realities, the scientific realities that we're discovering about frankincense will possibly even exceed its legendary ancient reputation. Now, there are dozens of known Boswellia trees from which the frankincense resin is gathered in an effort to provide the highest quality, most authentic frankincense oil, and the one with the greatest therapeutic benefits. Young Living has diligently researched all the different various species of frankincense, and now actually offers two different types of frankincense species. Historical and archaeological evidence strongly suggest that the frankincense given to the Christ child was either the prized Boswellia carteri species of African origin or the more highly prized Boswellia sacra of Arabian origin. The historical evidence, combined with the superior phytochemical profile and therapeutic values of these two species, were key factors behind Young Living's selection and decision to offer both of these prized frankincense products. Two of the most studied phytochemicals found in the Boswellia species are incensol acetate and boswellic acids. Now, it's the Boswellia carteri species that's particularly high in incensol acetate. Now, during one of his overseas trips, Young Living researcher Mark Schroeder formed an important relationship with the Israeli scientist named Aryeh Moussaieff. Now, Aryeh Moussaieff's team was the international team that discovered the unique capabilities of incensol acetate. Some scientists, including Dr. Moussaieff, suggest that this compound may be the reason frankincense was so widely used throughout history as part of religious and cultural ceremonies. Moussaieff's team discovered that incensol acetate influences a previously unknown path in the brain that profoundly affects emotions. Dr. Moussaieff proposes that incensol acetate may be responsible, in part, could be mainly responsible for frankincense's remarkable spiritual effects. Now, the other thing that we talked about initially is boswellic acids. These, of course, have been widely studied and have been the subject of more than 163 scientific studies, actually. And this adds to the mounting evidence that these compounds offer a wide variety of therapeutic benefits. Boswellic acids make up a very small smattering of all the different active and therapeutic compounds found in frankincense, but they're particularly important for regulating or modifying or managing the inflammatory response in the body. And this is super critical for those of you who are starting to understand that so many times these different imbalances in the body, these different situations that cause unneeded discomfort or cause illness or chronic types of situations, they often come from inflammation that starts at the cellular level and stems out to affect, just many different organs, but particularly your joints. And, of course, chronic joint discomfort is a big problem across the globe today. Lots of studies in regards to boswellic acids showing that boswellic acids can really improve the body's ability to balance and manage this inflammatory cycle, and it can really bring a lot of comfort and relief to people trying to overcome these situations. Now, just the fragrance of frankincense, this sweet, warm, balsamic fragrance that profoundly influences the emotions. In fact, it improves attitude and uplifts the spirits so well that it's considered by some users as really that attitude adjustment in a bottle. You've heard people describe frankincense like that, as when you feel like you're getting into a negative space or a fearful space. If you want to correct that and bring yourself to proper perspective, frankincense is the fastest way to do that. It is superb for balancing and calming your emotions. Now, just as in ancient times, frankincense is still very much a part of spiritual and cultural ceremonies today. When diffused, it can truly increase spiritual awareness and is often used in religious ceremonies. So if people are meditating or praying or trying to reach out to the great beyond and transcend this everyday mortality, so to say, frankincense can really instill a deep sense of connection with the infinite. Now, applied topically, frankincense helps soothe sore and achy muscles. As we were talking about, it can really help us in regards to that inflammatory process. It's also very beneficial to the skin. It helps soothe distressed skin, a great thing for wound healing and all the different processes that go on there. It can both alleviate the discomfort of wounds and injuries, but then also assist the body to truly reconstruct, really at the DNA level and the tissue level, to reconstruct things faster. And last, a great thing to use when you've got a difficult scar to take care of. Another way frankincense is used topically is you just apply frankincense to the feet, and this really supports a healthy immune balance. Now, this is particularly useful with children and infants because frankincense is so mild. And again, with regards to these achy and sore muscles and different discomfort situations, it's not a hot oil. In fact, it's very mild in regards to its skin response, so that can be used with children or people with injuries, especially in sensitive areas. And frankincense is a real go-to in that regard. Additionally, some users report that frankincense supports even nail strength when applied directly to the nails. I mean, we could go on, but just to know that if you go out there and study about frankincense, you will have your eyes opened to a whole variety of different things that can happen. Young living frankincense is perfectly safe to be taken internally because of the fact that Young Living frankincense is pure and authentic. We go to great lengths to ensure the fact that our frankincense is pure and authentic. And of course, you know about the seed to seal process, that we verify the purity and authenticity from the seed to the seal, very seal on the bottle. And that opens up all kinds of possibilities for internal use. A great way to do that is drop a few drops into a beverage like rice or almond milk. I always implore people to do this versus just dropping it into the mouth. If possible, it's still great to just drop into the mouth if you don't have rice or almond milk or some other healthy beverage like a Ningxia Red. A lot of people love to take a couple drops in their Ningxia Red. It's a true boost to all kinds of body systems by adding a little frankincense into your Ningxia Red. But by dropping it into a rice or almond milk, or coconut milk for that matter, that has a fatty content, that helps to emulsify and really helps the body to absorb the frankincense throughout the entire system and lengthens the impact of the frankincense and its therapeutic effects over a longer period of time and to different systems of the body. Now, there must be many other things inside of frankincense that help to assist its therapeutic benefit, but a really good portion of frankincense is also D-limonene, and it's been the subject of over 1,700 studies, 1,700 studies to date up to this point, which have proven that it helps to promote healthy immune function, defends DNA from damage and that mutative process, and protects cellular health at the very base of the cellular membrane and even inside, as we talked about with regards to DNA and RNA, where the genetic material is produced and stored. So specifically, it protects you at the cellular level and discourages that mutation imbalance and prevents the rapid reproduction of abnormal cells. Now, as is always the case, we've only touched on just a very few uses of this versatile oil, just to give you a base foundation on some of the top things that frankincense can be used for and how it can be used. And and just is so versatile. It's such a versatile and important and powerful oil. We look forward to hearing from you who are out there on the front lines day to day about how this oil has benefited you. Now, until next time, we're wishing you abundant health and wishing you Godspeed in your journey towards